Logger John, brought to you by Big J's Beans, the logger's choice. Hey folks, it's Logger John here, and my dog Belle. Stay, stay. Good girl. And I'm out here just heading over to the Woodyard. Check out the wood piles. It's the 21st of April. It's Friday. It's around 6:30, and I just got back and taken her for a walk all the way around. Well, I went this way all the way around and came out here. We saw some ducks, we saw a crane, we saw some swans back there in the swamp, and we saw a raccoon. The wildlife was out tonight. So here, anyways, just want to do a wood update. Wood Stash 2023. Here we go. It's all stacked. I finished stacking up my wood last night over here. We'll look at that in a few minutes. It's pretty nice out. It's got to plus, I think, 18 today, but it's rain coming tomorrow, rain coming Sunday, and Monday, and Tuesday. Anyways, this is what I have. I got 3 cord here, all split and stacked. What do you think? Yeah, you didn't even see the raccoon till I showed you it. Yeah, but you didn't want to chase it, did you? No. And then we have another cord here. And then we have 3 more cord here. And then we have a face cord here. This is all I had. This is what I had left over. It was a face cord. I wouldn't mind having another face cord. There's usually a few people that buy a face cord or so. So last year I had 2 face cord, but I just have 1 this year, but we'll see. Anyways, and then there's 3 more full cord here, all the way down here. And then I have another single cord here, which is really, I piled it in face cords, so there's 3 face cord make a full cord. So really, I guess I have 4 face cord if you count the one down there and these 3, but I don't sell too many face cord. I just sell it by the cord, the full cord. And then if you go over here, I have a full cord there, 2 rows, 12 feet long, and then I have 3 full cord here, and this is the stuff here. One of my customers wants, he wanted 3 full cord of stuff that was split finer than normal. So it's a little bit finer. He wants it for his cook stove, I guess, so he pays quite a bit more for this wood than regular wood. He's willing to pay it, so it's kind of a pain in the butt doing, but I hear the train. Well, she's loud tonight. This is my own personal wood. The dog's still hunting. She's not even tired. She was alone all day, so just wants to hang out with me. What do you got there, puppy? You got a scent of something? Eh? What do you got? There's some fresh cut and split wood here that I finished piling up last night. This stuff here and the stuff down there is from what I cut there in my last couple videos. So I don't know how many cord are here. I didn't measure it. There's 3 rows. 3 rows of wood all the way down there. And it's for my outdoor furnace for the next season. There's a lot of elm right here, and you get down here, there's some pine. This is where I finished piling the pine last night in here. There was a hole, and then the rest is elm. And then I have some odds and ends just thrown up on top here. This is just stuff when I'm cutting my regular firewood. This is just leftover stuff that I just use in my furnace this time of year. So I just threw it up there to dry. Are you hot, puppy? Are you hot? Yeah, you went for a big walk and you're hot now. Yeah, good girl. So that's my wood stash 2023. Ended up with 15 full cord and 1 face cord. So about the same as last year, pretty much. I think I had 16 cord last year, but who's counting, right? And plus, I raked all this up. There was piles of stuff everywhere. I finished raking it up last night and getting rid of it. I just dump it over there. You can actually, I'll show you. This is from many years of dumping bark and sawdust, and well, quite a few years, I guess. Right here, the big pile. Just debris and sawdust and bark, chips, wood chips. Last weekend it was let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was around almost 30 degrees here, 30 Celsius degrees, and I was out here stacking wood all day last Saturday. Yeah, now it's cooled off a bit, so here's a big rock that I dug out. There's always a big rock right here when I pile up this cord here. It was always a pain to pile wood there, so I decided to dig it out. Now I got to get rid of it somehow. I'm just going to walk down here. You can see the grass out in the pasture is really greening up. Yeah, this is my famous apple tree growing in my wood yard. There's been many times I just was going to cut the thing down, but don't have the heart to. So it always has a few apples on it, but I did prune it up a little bit. It needs a little more pruning. Go around here. So it's stacked up pretty good. Anyways, now we just got to leave it here for the summer and let it dry up and do some deliveries in the fall, and that'll be it. I'm not sure how long this pile is. I should measure it, because way up there it's got to be I would think that's 100 feet long. I don't know. 3 rows. There's basically enough wood there pretty much for 2 seasons for my outdoor furnace, for myself. There's pretty much 2 seasons there, I would think. Okay guys, well, you know what? I think I'm going to head over to the garden area and show you around over there a little bit. It's actually getting pretty dry around this whole area, believe it or not, even though the grass is greening up. There's a fire ban in our area, so can't have fires, brush fires or anything. So okay guys, I'll see you over at the garden. Okay folks, I'm over here at the garden. Well, there's nothing in this garden yet. Won't be long. It's nice and dry. Look at my grass though. It won't be long. I'll be firing up the lawnmower, getting it ready maybe next weekend. Get them out and get them ready for grass cutting. Yes, we've had a lot of heat and we had a little bit of rain and it's just gone crazy. And this is my big garden. It wasn't too long ago there was snowbanks here. Look at that. You could work that up right now. You're probably wondering maybe what this is doing here up against this red pine, but this tree here and these 2 trees, this one and this guy here, I don't know if you can see in there or not. I have straps going around them. Temporary straps, ratchet straps. You can see it in there, the green strap going to the big tree. These guys were bent right over from the ice storm. So I ratchet them up a bit to try to help them. And this one here, I didn't have another ratchet strap, and well, I didn't really have one to go to that tree, so I just made a prop out of this stick to put up there. This was almost the worst tree. It was bent right over to the ground, so hopefully they survive. That ice storm was a real pain. This big elm right here, it's a monster. It lost quite a few limbs too. Can't really see. Well, up there you can see, I guess. And then got some nice little, well, there's a pine tree there, a little one. And then there's a pine over here that the ice storm broke the tops off them. You can see the tops missing. Unfortunately, I don't know if that tree will survive now. But It's too bad. Even this tree here, you look at it, it's bent over. Hopefully it straightens itself up. Here's another one. Bent over from the ice storm. That was 2 weeks ago. And then we got this pine, or this apple tree. It took quite a beating too. I've got the old swing set here. Kids had lots of fun on that one time. It lost, there's one limb right there it lost in the ice storm. It fell right on top of the swing set, but it didn't hurt it. I cleaned that up. But this tree, this limb here, has got weakened from the ice storm. You could actually see it. Well, you can't really see it now, but up on top there was a bit of a crack. Or no, right here there was a bit of a crack up on top there. I noticed. Can't really see it, but if you had a ladder. So this is, look, it's got a lot of weight on it, bent down. You couldn't even get a lawn tractor underneath there, like riding it. I'm just going to keep an eye on it, but unfortunately, that whole limb, that whole big limb, has come down about 1.5 feet, I would think. It doesn't even have leaves on it yet, so that's going to be more weight. Unfortunately, I might have to prune that limb right off. We'll see though. And then these guys over here are the same thing. I'll keep an eye on them. I think I'll just prune these up maybe, but you can see how low these are to the ground. And if you look up here, I'll try to show you. I don't know if you can see that where it's split. It's split right there. And then the one limb broke right off. So there's actually some splits right there in that big limb that goes way out in that one. So, because normally they're not this, normally you can drive underneath these with the lawn tractor and not even hit them. But look at them now, they're like right down. I'll step back a little bit. They're right down to the, you know, they're less than, about maybe 4 feet or less from the ground. Well, 3 to 4 feet, some of them. You can see that split right there now. And it's split right there. There's a split too. Right up there. So unfortunately, I might have to do some serious pruning here pretty soon with that big limb and these guys. It's a big old apple tree. I'm not sure how old it is, but my wife's uncle said he remembers it when he was a kid here, growing up here, and he's in his mid 70s now. So nice old cool old tree, but I've pruned it up a lot over the years, all the dead stuff off it, and there's still more dead limbs, but it'd be a shame to really lose that big limb. It's kind of a cool limb, but it actually might help the tree. It's putting a lot of weight on this limb here too. And we had that big wet ice storm there in the beginning of winter. That didn't help. It broke down some limbs and stuff. But yeah, that apple tree is probably 100 years old, I would think. Pretty close. Anyways, that's my tour. My spring tour of the Woodyard and a little bit of my backyard here. There's a limb. I cleaned a bunch up, but I guess I missed that one. Limb from the ice storm broke off one of these pine. Here's a better look at that big alum. That's a monster. Okay guys, well that's your quick tour 2023. Yeah. You can, oh yeah, before I go, I show you, I guess I did, I don't know if I showed you this nice cedar tree that I planted quite a few years ago, but the deer really had a fun time this winter on it, even though I had a fence around it, or I tried to put a snow fence around it to help keep the deer away, but they chewed it all. This tree's been here a long time and they never touched it. This is the first winter that they touched it, because we're so overpopulated with deer here. It's crazy. Usually you see, you know, 3 or 4 deer. Now there's like you're seeing 15, 20 at a time. And they're starving. And there's not too many coyotes around anymore. Used to be able to hear the coyotes every night, and I haven't heard the coyotes. I haven't heard the coyotes much all winter. I used to keep the deer population in check. Now there's too many deer, not enough coyotes, because all the hunters, they shoot all the coyotes. Then they wonder why there's too many deer. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and thanks for all your support, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.